goodness. It is 52 degrees in this room. I just turned on the heat. And today I have awoken and chosen violence. JK, I chose boundaries, and having boundaries is me choosing self-love. Hello, lovies. Welcome back to this week's video. I thought I would make a list of my standards that I hold others to, especially I hold individuals to that are my friends or family. And not only I hold others, but I hold myself. So I have made a list of 16 things, 16 standards I have, and let me grab my scroll real quick. Ah, beautiful. I have a list of I have a list of 16 requirements or standards, and if any of these feel as an attack or make you feel a certain way, please note it is not a personal attack and evaluate why you are feeling a certain way. Okay? In a world full of pebbles, if I'm a diamond, I'm going to do everything to find my co-diamonds, not please pebbles. So, please know you're a diamond. In a world full of pebbles, it's not worth pleasing pebbles. Go find your co-diamonds. I'd like to first make it clear that this video is rooted in self-love. Okay? Protecting your peace, having boundaries, holding standards for yourself and others is the greatest act of self-love you can give yourself. I hope in sharing these, I inspire others to view themselves as diamonds and view having boundaries as attractive and not being selfish or bitchy, because it is the greatest act of self-love you can do for yourself. Protecting your peace, constantly choosing yourself, greatest act of self-love you will ever give yourself. If we have one life, YOLO, and are born alone and we die alone, then the greatest thing you can do is love yourself as deeply as possible. And this is how I love myself, as deeply as possible. These are the ways I protect my peace. So, moving along, I have made a list of 16 requirements or standards, and if any of them at any point feel as a personal attack, please take a step back and evaluate why you feel the way you do, okay? In no way, in zilch way, is this video meant to be a personal attack on anyone. In every way is this me enunciating my boundaries and the standards that I hold myself to. Building off my videos, Casting and Breaking Spells, where I talk about John Paul Sartre and I break down his existentialism as a humanism. As Sartre says, everything that makes me me, I wish and project onto others. Thus, when others fail to meet my standards, I am met in despair. And the only way you don't allow despair to rob you of hope, love, and joy is by accepting you have no responsibility over other people, but you have 1,000% responsibility over yourself. And that's the greatest blessing. You're not responsible for other people's bad behavior, but you are responsible for your own behavior. You're not responsible for how other people treat you, but you are responsible to how you respond and what you make out of bad situations. And that's that. You have full control only over yourself, so keep boundaries to protect yourself. And be the influence. When you have boundaries, you inspire others to grow and pursue the same, to do the same as you. So, let's get into my list. Number 1, if there's no respect, if you do not respect my time, if you do not respect my words, you do not respect my actions, my being, my boundaries, walk the plank. If you are constantly canceling on me, or you're just ghosting me the day we made something, you're walking the plank. If you don't respect my name, I find out this builds on to number 2, you're not honest. If I catch you in a lie, you're done. If I catch you speaking ill on me, you're done. If you refuse to engage in confrontational conversation, you're emotionally immature. There has to be an acceptance or an openness to honesty in order for there to be any genuine connection or any genuine conversation between two individuals. So, number 2, if you're not honest, and number 1, if you don't respect me, walk the plank. Those pretty much go hand in hand, but I did make them separate. Number 3, no insecure individuals. The mind games these individuals play are exhausting, and I want no part of it, okay? Because, let me elaborate, in an insecure individual's mind, they're either always jealous, envious, greedy, miserable, or in competition with you. And if you're not confident, I'm not keeping you around because I can't build your confidence. There's no language, vocabulary, nothing I can do that builds another individual's confidence. They have to build it themselves. I'm not Bob the Builder or Handy Manny. So, if you are a very insecure individual and you're constantly seeking validation, attention, or me to be your babysitter, walk the plank. I can't do it. Negative or lack-minded individuals. Life is hard, but romanticizing pain and being the victim is highly unattractive. I don't do codependence, okay? When people say things like, I hate, or it makes me so mad, this world's so evil, that's so evil. If you're constantly demonizing and fear-mongering, oh, please get a therapist. I am not licensed in psychiatry, so please leave. Work through your emotions. Emotions are energetic currency, and all they do is teach you how something makes you feel. They are not permanent. I don't want to cash out on what you're trying to sell me if it is negativity. Okay, I want to cash out on abundance. Those individuals or insecure individuals will cost you so much energy, so much money, so much time, so much of your precious life. And I'm not the one to accompany misery. So, walk the plank. Number 5, non-ambitious individuals. If you don't have a drive or motivation or just ambition to do something more, something for the betterment of the world or the betterment of yourself, walk the plank. I can't give you my ambition. I can't give you my drive. I can't give you my motivation. And arguably, discipline is greater than motivation, because anyone can have motivation, but it all comes down to, are you disciplined in continuing to... Oh my god! I just killed a baby spider. That was crazy. And it was on my phone. Oh, I command and banish whatever energy that was. Anywho, if you have no desire to learn and expand and grow as an individual, walk the plank. I'm not dealing with Sally Cycles that's still complaining about the same thing, because we are the creators of our own reality. If you are not changing or trying to change the situation that you got yourself in, walk the plank. I can't do it. I can't be Dora the Explorer and call on maps. Apple Maps, Waze, they ain't gonna help you. Number 6, this kind of builds off number 5, non-disciplined individuals. As I said, people that say, I don't have the motivation, is such a cop-out. You're just announcing, I have zero discipline for myself. If you cannot keep promises to yourself, you'll never keep the promises you make me. Ever! And I don't like leeches. They're actually parasitic. Nor do I find it attractive to be lazy. So, walk the plank. Siphoners. Ooh! Number 7. Siphoners. People that say, I only feel powerful around you, or I need you, or, oh, I love that you're manifesting that for me, for us. Girl, what? Girl, I can only manifest for me, myself, and I, and that's it. I have no magic wand to bippity-boppity-bow your life, you know? If you're trying to siphon my energy, and quite frankly, are called an energy vampire, please stay 100 yards away from me at all times. Walk the plank. I ain't doing it today, lads and lassies. I'm not the one to be arsed with, I'll tell you that. Number 8, lack-minded individuals. This is building off negative individuals. I know I already said negative, lack-minded, but I'm gonna delve deeper in lack-minded because I do think there is a difference in negative-minded and lack-minded. Negative-minded means you're stuck in fear, anger, or sadness. You just constantly think out of those 3 realms. Lack-minded just means you have no hope. Hope is gone. You view everything as lack. Everything as proof to why you cannot be abundant. So, life is a game. You are in control of your reality. As I have said, if one is constantly complaining about a situation they themselves have created and have the power to change, because you have the power to walk away or make change, but continually choose not to, you gotta go. Stay broke, stop focusing on my money, start focusing on yours, walk the plank. Number 9. Number 9. Burger King backstabbers. If someone can talk negatively about me behind my back and we're friends, quote unquote, they're not my friends, nor is the individual who tells me what this individual says. That's just called gossiping, and the gossipers got outed. I do think there is an exception, like if someone says something ill and an individual immediately comes to you and it's like, I just try to stand up for you, she just said this, let's go confront it. Okay, you're my friend, you have my back, but if you're telling me it days, weeks, months later, why were you sitting on that information? Why are you telling me now if the scenario happened X amount of time ago? That's weird. That's creepy. I believe gossip is essential to our survival, or how else would humans know who is bad, what is good? Okay, gossip is essential to human survival. But if I find out you engaged in negative talk about me or individuals that I love, being my mom and Koa, walk the plank. Get out. Those individuals are always picking you apart. Okay, backstabbers are always picking you apart and making a list of wrongs in their mind. And true friends wouldn't do that. A true friend wouldn't have a list of wrongs in their mind and wait for the moment to rain on your parade to lay out the scroll and just rain on your parade. That's not a friend. Walk the plank. Number 10, hypocrites. Worst type of people pleasers. And people pleasers, don't worry, they have their own section. But hypocrites, if they can switch up on themselves and their morals, their ideologies, their passions, their beliefs, they will switch up on you so fast, for whoever they deem more worthy, more valuable. Therefore, walk the plank. Number 11. People pleasers. People pleasers will always sell you out for another individual's attention they deem more worthy, as I have kind of said previously. Thus, let them be the gum stuck to the bottom of a restaurant table. Okay? They're scum. You don't need a people pleaser in your life, because as much as they'll be trying to please you, they're going to collect info on you and use it against you later. They're a part of the backstabbing tribe. Okay, they just want to be loved by everybody. Choke. You will not be loved by everybody. You will ruffle a lot of people's feathers in your life. And just as you will be the villain in people's stories, you will be the heroes in others. But only be the hero in Diamond stories. Be the catalyst, not the savior. Be a catalyst that inspires others to grow and to make change in their life. Having no boundaries is highly unattractive. And if you let people walk over you, consider myself stomping all over you in my Christian Louboutins. Walk the plank. Number 12. Codependent people. I've talked about. Really, I'm just elaborating on all the levels of a people pleaser and lack-minded and negative-minded people. But codependent people, if an individual is always needing validation or attention, or if they only feel valued when they're your hero or savior, oh my goodness, that person is so emotionally manipulative. Let them walk the plank. Let them go. They're insecure. People that are codependent, people that are people pleasers are at their core all insecure individuals. Number 13, criticizers. If you know of Carolyn Miss, she would tell you the judge is my first archetype out of the 80 something. I really recommend you guys read Carolyn Miss's book, Soul Contracts. Oh my goodness, that book changed my life. She goes through all the different archetypes humans are, and we all function from 4 basic archetypes, which is the saboteur, the prostitute meaning what you are okay giving a part of yourself away in order to obtain something, the martyr, and the divine or wounded child. So those are your 4 archetypes, but I am the judge in my first house, and I feel like there's a difference between a criticizer and a judge, because a criticizer is critiquing something or actively trying to tear someone or something down in order to feel better about themselves, while the judge is weighing the scales of, is this benefactory or is this malice? Is this bad? Consider me weighing the scales at all times of, do you benefit my life, or are you just going to bring more malice, more chaos? I don't want that. Judges are also confident individuals. Judges are secure in who they are. They have such strict boundaries and laws they have to abide by, versus criticizers are just shooting arrows in every direction, hoping to watch someone else suffer or get any type of fulfillment from putting another down. They're insecure people. So if you're a criticizer and you're constantly criticizing everyone, everything, every situation, and you're in control of your own reality, walk the plank. I don't need you telling me what kind of drapes you think I need to put in my house. I hate drapes. I don't want any. Get out. Don't put them in your own house. Number 14. Faithless individuals. This world is too magical. It is too full of wonder for no one to hold some type of faith. And I'm even vibing with the agnostics and atheists in this, because they put their faith in themselves. So as long as you have a faith in yourself or the unknown, you're good to go. If you are faithless in both realms, walk the plank. You are going to be a very miserable individual to hang around, because you live in fear and you live in anger or sadness because you don't want to accept the unknown, or that there could potentially be greater than you, a being greater than your human self. And yes, some atheists and agnostics fall in the faithless. They don't even have a faith in themselves. But I think that's such a stereotype to stick on them. I've met some very full of faith atheists and agnostics, and their faith is just in themselves and them being the creators of their reality. And that is why I will never say anyone's ideology or interpretation of the divine is wrong. That's just arrogant and ignorant of me, because my degree is in theology, world religion studies. So I get to hear everyone's interpretation of the divine and God. And I think everybody's right. We just have different words of describing love. 15 arrogant and ignorant individuals. If you're dismissive or rude to service workers or people that we're engaging with that aren't me, or even if you're dismissive and rude to me, most importantly, walk the plank. I will only give someone my 2 cents once, and if you're not receptive to hearing what I have to say and discoursing it in a healthy manner, then you're not worth my time or energy. If you're not open to healthy conversation or listening to my opinion, then you're not worth my time. Individuals whom do not want to learn, do not want to grow, will forever be stuck in the same cycles and be miserable until they decide they want to change it. And as I've said before, I'm no company to misery. I hate misery. Walk the plank. Number 16. I think this builds off of somewhere in this list I talked about it, but competitive individuals. Competitive individuals. Individuals that are constantly trying to one up, get the last word in. If we're in a setting and I say something and then an individual says, oh, but I'm not like that. I'm like blah, 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 blah. Okay. You want a gold medal? Go join the Olympics and train for your whole life. Go run a marathon. Go to the back of the kitchen and grab a cookie. I'm in no competition with anybody but myself. I'm only in competition with myself. I only see me. I don't view others as competition. I view others as either my support or people I just need to keep an acquaintance and be civil. And by being civil, I will always be kind, and I will always show respect, and I will always give you my genuine love and time until there is any ounce of what I've said in this list shown. If you do not respect me, I am gone. If you're not honest with me, I am gone. If I find out you're speaking ill of me, I am gone. And I'm the type of, once you've lost me for good. I don't come back unless I promise you I will. Because I'm too magical. I care too much about my peace, and I really don't think many people want to change and do the spiritual work that I have done to get to where I am with myself. Ooh, I just saw a podcast Leo Skeptic did called Things That Are Making You Secretly Insecure, and he talked about how in his life he knows he is supposed to lead with his soul. He is supposed to lead with his heart, and he's not meant for the conventional 9 to 5, do this, do that, do this, and you'll be successful. And I relate to that. I know in this life I'm supposed to do deep soul work and lead with my soul, and that will bring me success, because when I tried to be the conventional robot and be like everybody else, I nearly ended up dead. I nearly killed myself. But the more I have allowed my soul to lead my life, the more I have grown and expanded my soul and my knowing and my love, and just transmuted all pain, all fear, all doubt, all anger, all anxiety, all sadness, all grief, all of that into love, the more successful I've been, and the more sure of myself I've been, and confident and fulfilled, and joy, peace, and love. So, that being said, I'm only ever in competition with myself. I'm only ever trying to better myself, and the only way I can better others is by being an inspiration. To conclude, that was my 16 standards, my little list of what I require for you to hold yourself to if you want to be in my inner circle, if you want to be in my friend, in my pack, my family. I'm okay being isolated at the end of the day. I know I'm gonna get comments where people are saying, oh my god, you must be so alone and miserable. No. I love my company. I love being alone because no one can disappoint me. I just will end up disappointing myself if I don't keep a promise or follow through with doing a passion or doing something that gives me joy. And I'm not saying let's all go isolate immensely. I'm just acknowledging in the path of letting your soul lead and the path of having boundaries and constantly choosing yourself. You will find yourself in periods of isolation, but that's beautiful because you're not pleasing the pebbles. You're polishing the diamond you are, and the universe will bring you more diamonds to surround yourself with, the more solidified you are in yourself and the more healed you are. And I want to be surrounded by diamonds. I want to only be surrounded by diamonds. And I'm not saying we can't learn from pebbles. You learn from the pebbles how to keep choosing yourself and prioritize yourself. And diamonds aren't your clown. Every diamond is going to teach you a lot more about yourself because diamonds, I believe, are mirrors and catalysts. Pebbles are mimickers. All these 16 things I've read are just how people mimic until they get mad and then they reveal their true colors. So, through holding these boundaries, people have quickly revealed their true intentions for me and whether or not those intentions are good or ill-willed. I hope in sharing my boundaries and the standards I hold myself to and others, I have inspired you all or someone out there to please constantly choose yourself, protect your peace. Boundaries are so sexy. They are so sexy, and they make you so attractive. And the more you hold to your boundaries, the more the universe will surround you with like-minded individuals that share those boundaries, that respect your boundaries, and that support you and your boundaries. And then the more we grow together. Again, as harsh as this video has come across, I'm sure it's felt at points like the guillotine. I just want to reiterate that this is a video rooted in self-love, and the greatest act of self-love you can give yourself is constantly choosing yourself, and through constantly choosing yourself, protecting your peace. I love you guys so much. I will see you in my next video, and I hope you liked that this week you got 2 videos because I'm experimenting, I'm trying different things out, and I just want to show all the multifacets of who I am as a person, because I'm more than just the live, laugh, love, light advice. I am a Scorpio. And that's all I need to say on that. My birthday's coming up! Halloween is officially only 10 days away as I'm filming this. I was born October 30th. On Samhain Eve. I will see you guys in my next video. As I always say, I hope you enjoyed watching this. Happy morning, evening, or afternoon. Je t'aime. Bisous, bisous. Au revoir and à bientôt. Bye.